Tennessee's Wild Side, broadcast for nearly 2 decades, was originally created through a vision of the Jackson Foundation. The foundation remains a supportive partner in the mission to educate viewers about wildlife, natural resources, and opportunities for outdoor adventure. Tennessee's Wild Side is produced in association with Rockwater TV.
Hi friends, welcome to the Wild Side. I'm Steve Hall. Best-selling author Susan Meissner has a straightforward philosophy when writing about where we've been in life and where we're going. She says change always happens, we adjust to it. Somehow we figure out a way. She goes on to say there's always a way to make something better, even if it means sweeping up the broken pieces and starting over. Her perspective seems similar to the reaction at Montgomery Bell State Park and Natural Area when the storm rolled in.
Tornadoes and straight line winds came through. It was actually on the day of our annual 50K trail run, the Bell Ringer, right before that when the storms came through and knocked down quite a bit of hardwoods, oaks and hickories, and also a lot of the pines in a few of the areas. We had to grab our chainsaws and run out and try to clear the path for the runners in the aftermath of those storms.
A few downed trees in a forest and a little inconvenience in no way compares to the tragic loss of lives and homes caused by tornadoes. But here at Montgomery Bell State Park and Natural Area, the damage has actually motivated quicker changes in the landscape that were already part of a bigger plan.
Fortunately for us, we didn't have any structural damage, but we had a lot of blowdown timber. So once we found out the size of our blowdown timbers, it kind of expedited the project that we were wanting to do, because this was already in an area that we'd already designated to do the timber management project in.
And within a few months, heavy equipment was on the site, cleaning up the mess and cutting additional timber. We got an inside look at the work being done.
It'll be a little rough on you. Keep filming.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
It's rough, that's what I was trying. That'll tell you the speed of your saw, what it's running. See, now it's wide open now, you know. Because down here in the yellow, you don't want to cut, because then your saw ain't spinning fast enough to cut the trees off, you know. I just got to cut a little bit and get a thing started, then get cut a little below it, so I get I can cut a bigger tree that way, you know. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I'm trying to be easy, but it's tough.
I got you. I'm trying to be good, but it's tough.
I know, you're jumping all over.
All we're doing is, you know, we're cleaning up the blowdown, so that's going to be a benefit down the later for wildlife and everything else, you know, and then get a little value out of it rather than just leave it lay there, you know.
The logging is underway with the guidance of environmental experts from Tennessee's Department of Environment and Conservation.
A portion of Montgomery Bell State Park is designated as a state natural area. So we have the park infrastructure and then a portion set aside for nature preservation. So there's two types of activities going on here. One is a tornado that recently happened, and there's a salvage operation to remove downed hardwood trees that have commercial value.
Of course, a lot of the white oak and stuff and red oak will go for veneer and stave logs, you know, and then your pine and stuff will go for lumber, shavings, and different things like that. Pulpwood will go for cardboard and paper.
And with that, we'll have a more open forest. We can probably use prescribed fire to maintain a more open condition for greater diversity.
I guess we took advantage of Mother Nature's own force to start our project.
Then the project we have also is removal of the pine plantation. Loblolly pines are native to the state of Tennessee, but just to our southern counties, so they are not native to Dixon County. And these pines were planted in a plantation fashion. So no, they do not belong. Naturally, they would not occur here.
Back in the early days that the park system was formed, it was probably their concept to reforest with loblollies. You have to understand that when the park system took over from the federal government in the early 30s, a lot of this land was considered wasteland. So they came in with the most readily available trees to replant, which was loblollies, even though they were not native to this area.
The strategy is to transform a 90-acre area where the pine trees were dominant into a haven for native species with oak woodlands and grasslands.
So we'll have increased diversity of herbaceous plants, which will increase certain types of bird species and small mammal diversity. Also pollinator diversity, especially butterflies. So there's the biological aspect of it, but also from a visitor standpoint, if you're interested in bird watching or butterfly viewing or wildflower viewing, this site will be something a little different than what's on a lot of Montgomery Bell State Park. We're really carefully working on this project, and anything that we do here will be for the benefit of the natural communities here.
I know this project is small on this scale compared to the entire park. My ultimate goal would be to be able to set the standard for park managers who come after me to continue with the management of the 4,000 acres that we have here. I'll never see it, but hopefully that there will be a precedent set to where managers after me will continue with the management practices of the forest.
Tennessee's Wild Side has been a presentation of the Jackson Foundation in association with Rockwater TV.